Today we're gonna talk about the last step towards making somebody go from not making somebody, but gently guiding him to go from I like you to I love you. Look, sometimes a guy could love you and he doesn't know it yet. See love as a seed. Some seeds survive, some seeds die. In the realm of love, most seeds die. In the realm of love, most seeds wither quickly. But from time to time, there's a seed that gets nurtured and that survives long enough to come up and give fruit. The issue is that this seed is the life force between you and another person. Me and you can go out, and because we're me and you are going out, we create a seed. Most likely, it may not work out, and that seed dies. Okay, and that's the key you have to understand: is that some seeds just will never come to life. There are some times though when the seed is perfect, when you guys are in the perfect position, you guys want similar things, you guys are aligned, you guys are aligned, you guys find each other at the perfect time in life where you guys have the certain maturity level where you guys could work together. And what happens is that this seed begins to grow. And this seed, when it grows, there's no effort. You don't need to call Father Alex how to force this seed to grow. It just grows. It's very easy. You don't even know what's going on. It just happens. But then what happens is that you sometimes water that plant a little bit too much and you drown the motherfucker. Or sometimes you stop watering the seed and the seed doesn't come out. You assume that all it needs is sun and it's gonna come out. Unfortunately, with this seed, when you give it too much, it'll actually end up dying. And what's this too much? Too much love and attention, too much positivity. If you give it too much consistency, we can equate it to relationships. This relationship could eventually die if you put too much too soon. This guy this guy could love you. This guy might have that feeling of loving you, but you may not see it or he might not be expressing it. But what you have to realize is that when you try to find out how much he loves you too soon, when you try to express how much you love him too soon, it could potentially turn him off. And the way to make, because sometimes it's almost like having parents. We might love our parents, but sometimes the love we feel for our parents is suppressed. Sometimes the love we feel for them is pushed down because we are taking them for granted. And as a result, we only realize how much we love them until they die. Unfortunately, well, anyways, until they die, that's when you realize how much you love them. Now, why does that feeling of love and an intense longing come in? Because we think we lost them forever. And so when we think we lose something, when we think we're about to lose something forever, how we really feel about that thing becomes very poignant and very obvious. Unfortunately, with the relationships you go out with, sometimes you put such a crazy effort to show how much you love them and how much you like them that you turn them off. And something that could have potentially worked, something that could have potentially created a beautiful plant, you fucked it up because you kept going at it and you were afraid to inflict pain. Unfortunately, when it comes to guys, you have to learn to inflict pain. It is the pain that will make him realize how much he loves you. Showing him too much attention will make that seed die. Contrary to a plant, you have to inflict the pain. So it could be that sometimes you disappear on him, like I always say. It could be that you all of a sudden start being extra busy and he becomes scared that he's about to lose you. That's when he begins to realize that he loves you, right? And unfortunately, a lot of you ladies are so nice. Unfortunately, a lot of you ladies have this misconception that you have to show him positivity to make him love you. That is a fantasy. If you really think back at all of your relationships, you'll notice that the moment you realized you loved them was the moment when you felt you were going to lose them. The people who you loved the most, who you desired most, weren't the ones that were the most pleasing, but it was the ones that inflicted the most pain. And that's how you have to see this. We're not inflicting pain to the point where they get traumatized. We just scare them a little bit. It's like going boo like that. Like you just scare them a little bit. You know, you've been consistent all month long. You know, he thinks he has you, and all of a sudden you say, I can't hang out today. In fact, this week I'm a little busy. A lot of guys know what the fuck that means. They'll say, God damn it, I lost her interest, because a lot of guys, women change their minds this quick. And so he'll think everything's perfect. You throw him that curveball, and all of a sudden he starts thinking. You let that pain marinate for a week. You're not traumatizing the motherfucker. You're just making him fear losing you. You're letting fantasies come into his mind about maybe you being with Tyrone. You let him fantasize about it. As long as you don't have a record of cheating, he's not gonna think you're cheating. He just might think you're just losing interest. If he thinks you're cheating, then he might be projecting and he been cheated on, or he's a cheater. One of the two. Cheaters know cheaters, and people who've been cheated on know cheaters also. So what I'm trying to say is that you gotta be less delicate with the men that you want, right? You gotta be a little bit more purposely chaotic. Induce a little bit of chaos, some controlled chaos. It's almost like when we have a fire in the forest, we do it on purpose to give it life. You burn that shit down a little bit. You create mini fires. You create mini problems. It keeps men engaged. It keeps them thinking. It keeps them chasing. So a man can maybe love you, but he doesn't realize he loves you because you don't inflict that pain. Maybe he'll realize he loves you once you leave him. And then you say, oh, now you want to act this way, nigga? Why? Because now you inflicted the pain. And now he wants you back. So a lot of you ladies, learn to change your mindset about this. Men need pain. They want pain. It makes them chase even harder. There's misconception from all of these dating coaches saying that you gotta be sweet, you gotta be a motherfucking Mother Teresa. That's bullshit. That's not how it works. It's all about coldness mixed in with warmth. It creates a toxic, addicting concoction that makes people chase. Might it be a little toxic? Nothing wrong with a little toxicity as long as it doesn't kill you. But it's just the nature of when we love somebody. We experience pain. There's no love without pain. It doesn't work that way. Even when you have a dog, you love that dog, but underneath that love, there is an impending doom. You love him. One of the reasons why you might love him so much is because you know you may not have him forever. Because a dog's life is short. It's not like a human that if you're gonna have your parent for 50 years. With a dog, it's finite, and so the intensity is a little bit more because you don't have too much time. It's almost like watching an NFL game versus watching an NBA game. An NFL game is 16 games. NBA is 82. You put more importance in the NFL games because the time is limited. When a guy knows that most likely one day this will end, and you don't tell him that one day it's going to end, but you show him through your actions, through you sometimes being extra busy, through you sometimes just pulling away. It reminds him that he might lose you one day. And it intensifies the love that's already in there. But if that love is not in there, it's not going to do him anything. He's just going to realize it, but it's not going to make him chase. And that's a sign, because if you pull away, he doesn't chase. It's either he's a narcissist because of his ego, or watches my channel, which is the least likely, right? Or he doesn't like you, which is the most likely. You know, when you pull away and he doesn't chase you, doesn't mean it didn't work. It just means the motherfucker don't like you, girl. Deal with it. That's life. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Alex, your toxic dating coach. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces, one is 8, 19, and one is 14, 15.
16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're gonna be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man, Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one would teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace, and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women on power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship, and this a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you could read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you could pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. I'm closing the channel.